blockade, she was able to win this and to do this achievement. So hello and welcome, Asma.
Hello from Gaza Strip to the West Bank. A very warm greeting and appreciation for the Najah TV for this host. Thank you very much, talk show program for hosting me. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. We are so proud to have such a Palestinian like you and from Gaza. So all greetings to Gaza people and all people in Gaza. So tell us more
Thank you
about.
very much.
Thank you. So tell us more about this award and how have you how you were able to get this award.
I have here, just like my colleagues all over Palestine, with the AKS Education Award from the Ambassador, Mr. Iyad Al-Souqi, who has announced about opening the nomination doors for all teachers all over the world to candidate themselves. And I joined candidating myself by applying the electronic application.
Okay. So, of course, you have a lot of challenges during this achievement and preparing to this achievement and reaching to the step that you are in today. So, could you tell us more about these challenges as a Palestinian woman in Gaza? And there is online education, there is COVID-19, there is the blockade. So, tell us more about these issues.
When we want to discuss or talk about the challenges or the obstacles of educational process in Gaza Strip, this is a very, very small area with a very, very large problems caused by the lockdown on Gaza Strip since 2008 or 2007, even before.
Yes.
I usually look into my students' eyes who were born in the same year of lockdown of
Wow.
Gaza Strip under the siege. Gaza lives under the siege nowadays. So they are, not just, they don't have the normal life just like the other children all over the world. They live an exceptional life. So we as educators should, help them and facilitate their learning processes as possible as we can. So singing in English, learning by games, learning by short stories, and trying to provide them with enjoyable learning, what is called active learning. This is our mission since very long time. I started in 2008. My age in education is about to be. I'm about to close 13 years teaching in Halima Sadia School in the north of Gaza, and those little girls shocked me in the first year in my educational process. A student stood up and told me a very, very attractive sentence, and she affected me very much, telling me that, Mrs. Asma, I'm so happy because you are teaching, or sorry, you are giving us the opportunity to play games in the English classes. Whenever I heard this, I decided directly to start teaching English or to change my method, my strategies into funny or enjoyable learning, enjoyable teaching, so that I could, help my students as possible as I can to play or to have some enjoyment inside the classrooms, because most of them come from houses to schools, and they only come back to houses, and that's all their lives are, routine and so on. They don't have playing areas. They live a very hard economic life according to their father's unemployment. The percentage of unemployment in the youth stage is 64% in Gaza Strip. And this means that the majority of my students' parents do not work. So they are not able to provide their sons and daughters with the normal life just like the others outside Gaza Strip. This is one of the obstacles that we face beside the frequent cut of the electricity. This made a very, very big problem to me and for all teachers in Gaza Strip. We have to charge our laptops, our cell phones, and work with the less, as possible as we can, as we should provide our learners and follow the technological revolution, the technological process in education, especially when we are talking about the COVID-19 pandemic time. We have to follow the electronic learning or e-learning inside an electronic environment, just like Google Classrooms, some educational platforms, and so on. We as Palestinian teachers have the ability and have the desire to follow up all updated educational processes all over the world. Moreover, we can provide other educators from outside Palestine how to develop their abilities in some strategies according to the special experience that we are living with our students here in
Okay.
Palestine and
Asma?
especially in Gaza Strip. Yes.
Yes, for sure. Like it's very obvious that you're a very strong teacher, and your children or your students should be very proud to have such a teacher like you. Like you're a role model teacher. And like
Thank
one
you.
thing that I can notice here in Gaza, like the electricity turns off a lot. And there are a
Yeah.
lot of difficulties in this. And during COVID-19, you used e-learning and online teaching. How did this affect your process in teaching? And how does this affect the students' maybe health, psychological health? As you said that you use games and you take your kids and children to another atmosphere, another area that they can have fun and joy during teaching and learning. So tell us more about these challenges.
Yeah. Yeah. First of all, let me tell you about my global educational project that I have launched in December 2019. This helped me much in facing the difficulties very, very smoothly and easily when COVID-19 pandemic spread all over the world, and especially in Gaza Strip comes later than the other countries, and later than it came in the West Bank, I think.
Yes.
When I launched this project, I cooperated and connected with 35 students groups with their educators from 35 different countries in 52 global educational session I have arranged for with my colleagues all over the world. So, using the techniques of remote learning, just like Zoom, Skype, and etc., helped me very much in connecting with my students during COVID-19 pandemic. And with the global educational project, I stopped, forced to stop during March, at the very beginning of March 2020. So I decided to join a Facebook group with my students in order to continue the educational processes as possible as we can. At the very beginning, it was very hard for me to gather all my students. So I try to attract learners by learners, and this is one of the laws, one of the rules that I follow in my educational world. That if you want to attract your students, to a virtual classroom, you just should focus on what you are doing inside the first, the second, the third virtual classrooms. So the other students will be fighting to join you in the next classes. And this is what happened with me in Rio. I started talking to my students in written text. texting messages. I decided from here to launch another global project, which was the 100 letters from Gaza to the whole world. And this is a very amazing book written by my students.
Mm.
I used to give them feedback and correct their writing, their sentences, the structure, etc., and send them back to them. And after having the 100 letters, we joined some other classes from Mexico, Brazil, Chile, Japan, United States of America, with teachers and her students. So we sent them messages by speaking those messages or letters, and the other students sent us the replies. It mainly aimed at letting the other know about Palestine, about the culture, about our life, about our food, clothes, etc. So it was very, very funny, and I started training the other teachers. I launched behind the screens teachers behind the screens initiative in March and April 2020. I have trained more than 120 teachers from 17 directorates of Palestine, Gaza Strip, as well as the West Bank. And all those educators have, transferred the information, the platforms, the was very, very smoothly and easy with technology before COVID-19 pandemic. And when COVID-19 and pandemic spread in Gaza Strip, I started training with my colleagues in the Ministry of Education team of experts of technology. I joined this team, and I have trained 7 groups of teachers, training of trainers, and then training
Okay.
other teachers in order to manage and control the virtual classrooms. And it was a very successful project. And I'm so glad to be one of those trainers in Palestine.
Wow, Asma, these like you launched all of these projects. Like you also launched projects in 2019. So what is this project? Oh, this is one of these
2019 and
projects.
2000,
Yes.
yeah. Enjoyable learning, teaching English with technology, behind the screen teachers.
So this is one of the challenges that Gaza people and Gaza Strip
What we need
face:
is
the electricity and the weak of
to
the internet
practice the
connection.
language with our students. And yeah,
Yes.
hello?
Yes. Hello, Asma. I'm with you. But there is a weakness in the internet
Yeah,
connection, so I can understand.
yeah, okay,
Yes. So if you would like to tell us
okay,
about the
okay.
criteria that teachers should follow, the future teachers that should maybe win this award, what should they do?
Teachers, first of all, should believe in what they are doing.
Yes.
Shall I repeat again?
No, it's perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, first of all, when a teacher wants to candidate him or herself for any prize or award, locally or internationally, he or she should believe in what we are doing.
Yes.
We as education believe in what we are doing, and trying to put the objective for our mission inside and outside the classrooms. Me as a teacher of a language, as well as the other teachers of language, I put the objectives of developing the language for my students, and how should I find the effect or the result. The result is very important, and it's one of the most important criteria the AKS education should take in consideration. And the effect on other educators. How could you improve yourself, and not, teachers should not stop in one stage in their educational life. We should be updated and develop ourselves all the time. Moreover, we should document our work, and this is one of the most important points. I have my YouTube channel. I used to take
Very
photos and
nice.
videos from inside my classrooms and outside the classrooms also. So, and I put them all in one channel. So the selectors are going to have a look on your YouTube channel, your social media links, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, etc. And if you have a site, I have my Google site. I've designed it myself, and I always document my work and put every single work I do or every single project for other educators if they can get benefits as possible as I can.
Thank you so much, Asma, for being with us. And you're such an inspired person, actually, and you're amazing. And go on with all the things that you do. Hard wishes and best of luck with everything that you do. And as I told you, you're a role model teacher for so many Palestinians and for so many international people. Thank you so much for joining us, and best wishes. So thank you so much, our dear viewers, for watching us this Tonight Show, and hope you enjoyed it, the interview and all the topics that we talked about. See you next Wednesday.